Okay, what we're gonna do right now is the build that they're calling micro build. We're gonna do it on a dual coil setup on a Hornet atomizer. So what you're seeing in the picture is what we will be trying to achieve. So let's begin. Okay, here we are. We're gonna do the coil now. What we wanted is to have the coils or the loops of the wire to have minimal spaces, or as much as possible no spaces between each other. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a 2mm screwdriver as my guide, 0.32 wire, and okay, let's start. Let's make 8 loops. So while I'm doing this, I'm gonna make a pair or 2 sets of coils. We'll be back, okay? Okay, now that I have completed one, what I did is I torched the wire to make it more manageable, to adjust the spacing. So I press it with my tweezer to make the spaces minimal. So you would notice there are still spaces there, but once you terminate it to the atomizer, you can adjust it more, leaving it with no space between each loop. Okay, I'll just have this cut, put it in the atomizer, then we'll be back. I'll show you the next step. Okay. Okay, we're back. I have the coils terminated to the atomizer. So what I did after terminating it is I test fire till it glows, and adjust the coils check for hot spot, and have them seated with each other, or have the coils, or have the spacing of the coils minimal to none. See, this one I have pre-made this coil, so we're gonna test fire it. Okay, sorry for the short interruption. Okay, we're gonna test fire our build. So I think this is good. I think this is good. Okay. To check our build resistance or our load, we're gonna be using a cheap multimeter from Cedar King. This type of multimeter has an inherent resistance of, I guess that's 0.7 ohm. So checking our build, our coil, it will now read reads 1.3 ohms, so less 0.7. Our build is between 0.6 to 0.7 ohm. Nice. Just check this again. Other ones having that's better. Now let's proceed to wicking. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, for the wick I'm gonna be using an ordinary cotton roll. You can get this in your favorite drugstore or supermarket. Let's throw it away. Okay, I just got a few amount, just about enough that I'll be using. So the trick is you're gonna rub the coil or the wick until it becomes firm. The amount will depend on you, but for me I prefer it the way something like when I put it in the coil, inside the coil. It will not be, the coil is wrapping around the wick, but not too tight, not too loose. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna insert it inside the coil like a needle. Okay, see that? Rub it like that. Okay, so the other end, I'm just gonna rub the end. Okay, insert it. Okay, just make sure your coils will not be moving, or you won't get a chance to check for hot spots, because once you dry fire this, your cotton's gonna burn. Okay, so okay, that's it. I'm just gonna cut these ends. Okay, got it ready. Cut the ends. Using a clipper is not a good idea. Okay, I'll be back. I'll just find a scissor and cut this. Okay, I'll be back. Really. Okay, we're back. I just popped in a few drops of juice to my build. Check for the vapor production. Let's see. That nice vapor, although it's kind of windy inside my room right now. Okay, let's pop in the top cup. By the way, I'm using a Hornet atomizer on a Phantom mod. Atomizer air hole is 2 millimeters. As expected, this build's gonna produce clouds of vapor, but with my atomizer air hole being single air hole top cup, I'm not sure if it's gonna produce that amount of vapor, and since air will not circulate fully inside the atomizer when the top cup is in there, so let's just vape for the flavor. But for the vapor, I think still decent vapor for this. Let's check. Pop that in, add a few more drops of juice. By the way, I'm using G-Mix. Thank you G-Vapor for this flavorful tobacco juice. Okay, let's vape. Another one. Okay, flavor is really there. Really nice flavor. The vapor as expected, since the Hornet has small top cup, small chamber, single air hole, air does not really circulate inside, so vapor is not that good, but still decent. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check it again using my cyclone on the other part of this video. So enjoy. Nice. Okay, we're at the home stretch of our tutorial. As I promised, I'm gonna try this with my cyclone with the AFC on it. Both air holes are half open. Let's put in a few drops of juice. Let's check. Much better. It's windy inside my room. Better vapor, although I think my battery is going out in a few more drag. So I guess that's the end of this tutorial. Thank you to those who requested for me to make this tutorial. By the way, again, this is my first time to make a video tutorial related to vaping. Thank you to those who gave their ideas regarding the build, the different Facebook pages where I have gotten the idea. So enjoy, vape on.